I nearly lost my life during my first pregnancy because I was overthinking things. Overthinking could actually cause high blood pressure. For someone that keeps on overthinking things and worrying about things that they know they can't fix, keep watching because I'll be sharing my experience and what worked for me. Hey love, welcome. If today is your first time being here, I am Annie, and in this channel we'll talk about how to become better versions of ourselves. No perfect lives here, just real talk about real growth. Today I'll be talking about what I have battled with for so long, and it is overthinking. I'll be sharing what changed for me that didn't just help my mind but helped to save my health. During my first pregnancy, considering it was my first time, most people would believe that I was supposed to be excited and happy, but I wasn't totally. I was just over worried. I was overthinking things. Things that I knew that I could not fix. I would just keep on worrying about them. You can imagine me worrying about whether I'll be able to take care of the baby when the baby comes. At that point, I was still pregnant. There was no way I was going to be able to fix that problem until I got to that point. And I was even worried about getting the baby's things before time, and all these things was heavy on me and it affected my health. I had gone for antenatal and it was about 2 weeks before I would go for the next antenatal, and within that space of time I developed BP, normally called preeclampsia. My husband and I got to know about it when it was already too late. I had become convulsive and I was rushed to the hospital, and an emergency C-section had to be run. Thank God that it came out successful. I survived it and my baby was able to be saved, although he stayed in the incubator for some time, but he survived it. After this experience, I just knew that something had to change. I started researching about things that I could do to help my overthinking. During this research, I discovered that when we overthink things and stress over things, that our body will start creating high level of cortisol. And this cortisol makes our nervous system to be very unstable and be at high alert every time. This will keep on causing your body to be inflamed. Before you know it, you start having high BP, your immune system is down and all that. You become sick because you are overthinking. You won't believe this. During my second pregnancy, my husband became critically sick to the extent that we stayed in the hospital for about 3 months. But I didn't become sick. I know you probably would think that I would start having BP again, considering I already have a history of it. But we went through this. My husband was sick. We lost a lot of our assets, and we even had to relocate to Enugu State, where we now stay. But I didn't break down. Like, I was still strong. And these things that I'm about to talk were actually the things that helped me to overcome this. Number 1, find someone to talk to. For me, it was my husband. I normally would talk to my husband or probably my sibling. But this doesn't limit you to talking to only your husband, because you're overthinking about a particular thing. It could be overthinking about doing things in the house, meeting up with chores and all that. You could talk to your husband and be like, babe, I'm worried about this. I'm worried about not being able to cook or meet up with probably laundry or something. And in that way, they get to know that you are worried about these things, and they can be able to give in their input. For people that probably they would owe someone, if you're owing someone, most of the times you'll be overthinking it and be like, probably when you're passing by the street or passing where the person is, you are just overthinking and worried that this person will be feeling somehow about the fact that you haven't paid. But sometimes they might not even be worried about it. The only thing that you might have to do is to talk to them and probably say, auntie, the money that I'm owing you, I'm not able to meet up with paying it this time, so that the person is informed. In that way, you stop thinking what the person will be thinking and overthinking everything. Don't think your own and think another person's own. If the thing is worrying you, talk to the next person about it. You don't know the expectation of this person, and you can only get to know when you communicate. When you talk to the person can now tell you what their expectation is. In this way, it takes off your mind off that. You get to stop overthinking about it. Be specific about the thing that you are worried about. If I am overthinking, instead of just saying that I am stressed, oh baby, I'm stressed, I will just narrow it down, think deep, about what is actually stressing me. If I'm worried about the things I need to do, like cooking, washing, cleaning, and all that, I just point it out and say, this is actually the thing that I'm worried about. I become specific about it. This helps me. Now, the third thing is to write everything down. You might be worried about something and you don't feel okay talking to someone about it, and you don't feel like it's a big deal or something you should talk about. The way you could go about it is to write it down. Probably in a jotter, you write it down in a notebook or a notes. Okay, let me give you an example. You know this WhatsApp chat where you could actually like chat yourself. You can just open that chat and type in, as if you are just chatting yourself, type in the things that you are overthinking about, those worries. You can do this in the evening. All those things that are just clouding your mind, you just write it down there. And you know the funny thing about this is that by the next day, when you probably come back and you look at these things that you've written down, you'll be like, these things were no big deal. Why was I even too worried about it? Trust me, this helps. Just write it down in your notebook, WhatsApp, whatever, any place that you can write it down. You can just put it down there. And in putting it down there, it just goes off your mind at that point. The number 4 thing is to say small things right away. Instead of waiting for when you have like a big conversation to start talking about all the things that are worrying you. If you feel overwhelmed, you can just say, I feel overwhelmed about so thing, or I am feeling stressed about so thing. Just call it out. The number 5th thing is to change your what ifs to even if. If you're a type that is always, wondering and overthinking and being like, what if they don't like me? Change it to even if they don't like me. What if I'm not able to pass, even if I don't pass? What if it goes wrong? Like probably you're going on a date as a young lady, you probably have this guy that you like and you want to go out on a date, but you are just overthinking it too much. I'm like, what if he does not like me? What if the date goes wrong? What if he wants, you understand? You'll be like, even if he does not like me, even if he wants that, just change it to even if, that you would find a way around it. This helps all the time. I know that this might be hard for you as somebody that is overthinking, learning to start, expressing your feelings or being open to someone about it. You might feel weird about it. Trust me, I was in that shoe because I'm someone that always bottle up things. I'm someone that doesn't like to feel low. I always feel uptight about talking about things. And it was really hard for me initially. But over time, I got comfortable with it. Initially, you might feel somehow about it, but just keep on at it. At a point, you see that it will start becoming easier for you and you'll be able to be more expressive, thereby helping you to relieve a lot of stress about overthinking things that don't matter. Trust me, most of the things that we overthink about don't really matter. They wouldn't change if we keep on thinking about it. So why would you keep on thinking about it? If this video helped you, it would help other women to see this video. Subscribe so you can get to see other videos that I'll be making on real talks about self-improvement. It's all about the simple growths here. Comment, what are you overthinking about? See you next week, and remember to take good care of yourself. Bye-bye.